Welcome to Cereal at Midnight. I'm Heath, and we've got brand new arrivals from Umbrella Entertainment out of Australia. Some incredible, really some absolute bangers. We've got 4 of their website exclusive collector's edition bundles. Now, it's not the movies that are exclusive, it's these bundles that are exclusive. So those are limited. You want to grab those as quickly as you can, but if you miss them, the movies remain available. So we got so much to talk about in this episode. Everything that I'm holding here, actually there's one that I haven't checked yet. Everything always plays perfectly fine in my Region A locked player. Let's kick it off with Weird, guys. Let's get weird. This is the 4K arrival of Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, a movie that you may know I really loved. It made my short list of favorite movies for 2022 because it just nails satire of biopics. It's a perfect satire of biopic, up to and including Elvis, right? It came out around the same time that Baz Luhrmann's Elvis came out, and it's just like all the conventions. The fact that like so much of it is made up, and this like, I just love it. I love some like we have Dewey Cox, the wall card Dewey Cox story that has been a great satire of biopics. This now joins and may even be better than that because it's so ridiculous and just gleefully chaotic, and I love that about this movie. Daniel Radcliffe is hilarious. Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna. Chef's kiss. Perfection. So this now arrives on 4K. This may be the only disc release in the world. Do your own research on that. But this is the 4K release in this hard shell box collector's bundle. This is limited to 500, and it comes with all that you see here. And you saw the thumbnail, guys. It comes with this Weird Al Yankovic Hawaiian shirt. I almost wore this, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I asked for a large. Could have gone with a medium. This is actually a little bit too big for me, and I decided not to for this video. But maybe I'll pop it on in a future video. But I love how, look, another one rides the bus. We've got Bologna, my Bologna. I'm assuming this is like a surgeon. There's so many. There's a horse and carriage, so we got Amish Paradise. This is for people that know Al Yankovic, and you see it's got the tag. It says it's Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, Umbrella Entertainment. So I'm assuming this shirt is limited to 500 as part of the bundle. I don't know that it's being sold separately, but what a collectible, man! What an absolute collectible. But the box has a lot of other great stuff in here too. So we've got Getting Weird, the Story of Weird, which is a 48-page perfect bound book. And this is the book. It is wall-to-wall, well, here's pictures, but it is wall-to-wall text about the making of the movie, the cast. I mean, really, actually, because there is no audio commentary on this release, I don't believe. So that's where we're getting most of the production story behind this movie. We have an introduction on the 4K disc by Weird Al, behind the scenes, and a theatrical trailer. And we have this booklet that comes with it, and then these 8 art cards. Slide this garter off. That's what I'm calling these now, these garters. That's what I'm talking about. Evan Rachel Wood. Some guy. Who is this guy? Somebody's going to be like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't know. Oh, actually, that's Al Yankovic. I can't believe you didn't know that. You're making a video about this. Sarcasm is completely lost on some people. By the way, watching on Roku, this was a Roku original, right? Which is why I don't know that this is going to get a disc release from in a lot of territories. Maybe not in the US anytime soon. I don't know. Maybe it will. That's why I'm happy about this release, because I'm like, oh, I can own it. And I don't have to sit through the commercials. You have to watch that movie with commercials. And it makes like a 1 hour and 47-minute movie, like 2 hours and 20 minutes long or something like that. It makes it way too long. So I'm really happy to have it on disc. We do have the reversible artwork has the, if you can see there, has the ratings logo. So I flipped it around to the clean side. And check it out, guys. Double-sided poster. I don't know. I love this. I hope that everybody that wanted this, if there are 500 of you out there that wanted this bundle, I hope you're able to get it because I think it's pretty magnificent. All right, we are moving on because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. This I didn't know about. So this is called The Tunnel. Apparently it's an Australian found footage horror movie from, what's the year on this? 2012. And I watched it, and I'll be honest with you guys, like, I'm not crazy about found footage. I think that they are, I don't know, it's just not my genre, but it was interesting for what it is. The idea is that there's this, again, it's an Australian movie, which right there is cool, because everybody, there's even a pull quote. Listen to this pull quote. One of the top 5 best found footage movies ever made, says Eduardo Sanchez, director of the Blair Witch Project. So that's high praise. Maybe that set the bar a little high for me. I don't know. It didn't work necessarily for me, but the idea is that these people are putting together, there's like a documentary team. It's going to do an investigative report about the homeless or the unhoused living in tunnels beneath the city, and then they're disappearing. Like something's getting these people, right? So they go down there. So it's like half documentary, half the found footage. The hardest problem, biggest challenge to overcome with a found footage movie is you don't want your actors to feel like they're acting. To me, they feel like they're acting. But I mean, I think it's cool that Australia gets to have this found footage movie, and apparently it's very popular because it's rated well. I wasn't familiar with it beforehand, and this is a stellar package for this movie. I talked to the director of Leslie Manning, the director of Ghostwatch, and that was the challenge that she had too, is like making it feel like it wasn't all planned, and that's the biggest challenge for a found footage movie. So this is loaded. This was a limited edition of only 200, and this is what all you get with this limited edition bundle. It's got the movie on Blu-ray, which also has a documentary, full-length documentary about the tunnel. It's got, I'll show you the inside of the case in a minute because that's cool too. I mean, Umbrella is just crushing it with these high, what do we want to call it? Like high prestige, high production value packages. Like this stuff just feels like money. It just feels so well thought out and put together. So here's the disc, right? But underneath the disc, like it's very got that DIY thing, right? Like it was put together like we're not supposed to see this. Do not air. Filmed over 14 days in 2010. How could we let this happen? Property of Umbrella Entertainment. It's cool. It's really cool. And if you love this movie, I can see why this would be like a must-have. It has, what else do we have here? The book, 48-page book, which again is rich with text and photographs. I believe this was done with the involvement of the director statement, Carlo Ledesma. And then we have art cards as well. 8, they call them evidence cards. So let me slip off this garter here. Come on. All right. By the way, love that carpet. Love it. I need something like that for the Serial at Midnight headquarters studio. All right. And this disc is loaded with stuff, so I'll show you that too in a second. Get this, the world's unsexiest garter, back around this thing. All right, I'm just going to hold this up here and let you freeze frame that and read that to your little heart's content. But I love the packaging on this. I know like packaging is a big part of the collectible experience. Like it's themed so well to the movie. Let's see what's underneath this. Blood. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully it's clear enough you guys can freeze frame that. I'm not going to read it here. All right, let me pack all of this back up. We've still got more ground to cover. Here's a movie that I was completely unfamiliar with until it was announced. And I was like, what is this? This is A Bittersweet Life, which is like a K-noir, a K neo-noir, a Korean neo-noir. Uh, 2005. Not on my radar at all. And I wonder, I went to IMDb to look this up and it had like 41,000 reviews. And I was like, how do these people know about this movie? I wonder if it's a regional thing or if it's, you know, like this is coming out around the time that the video store is tanking, that's dying. I don't know. I just had no awareness of this movie whatsoever. And I'm excited to discover it. This is the one here. Actually, there's two here that I haven't watched yet. So this is limited to 200. It's the hard box. Again, it's these bundles, these collectible bundles that are limited. The movie itself is not a limited edition, as far as I know. So here's the film, the reversible art wrap. We have two-sided poster. These are going to be your limited edition tchotchkes, perks. It's like an ad for Big Tobacco, right? It's like... all right, so let's dive into what is included here. Oh, I should hold up the... I'll hold this up so you can read all of that. So 48-page booklet, perfect bound book, 8 art cards, the reversible poster. So here's our booklet. And the art cards. This is not even the last of the art cards. We've got one more pack of art cards. It's really nice. Really well done. Who's seen this movie? What do you think about it? Maybe by the time you actually see this video, I will have seen the movie too. But as I'm recording this, this is the one of the collector's bundles that I haven't had a chance to dip into yet. Because I wanted to get this video turned around as quickly as possible because these are so limited. I mean, 200 units on this. Oh, let's see what's beneath this. Okay. Put that back. This was my jam right here. Uh-oh. It's Repo Man on Blu-ray, and I love this movie. It's Alex Cox. You know, here in the United States, this has a Criterion Collection release, but this has the Criterion Collection release has extras that are not here, and this has extras that the Criterion release doesn't have. So this is a real, but by the way, this is Australian, right? So it's kind of a moot point, but people always call out, well, I don't know, should I double dip? And like, why are they doing this? Because it's for Australia, you know? So that's why. Or the Australian New Zealand market. So we have a J card here, which has, let's see, 1,500 units for this one, for this limited bundle, which when you see the extras on this, you're going to be like, what? The disc itself, so introduction by Alex Cox is the director. It's like 10 minutes, and I think it's from it is from a previous release because it's copyright 2011. It's got the commentary with Alex Cox, Mike Nesmith, who I love, of the Monkees and so much more. Victoria Thomas, Cy Richardson. I'm not going to read all this to you. Freeze frame that. That's everything that's included on this release. The location tours are the things that new. Repo Man filming locations then and now. That's with a YouTuber that specializes in that. New Punk and Disorderly, an insight into the music of Repo Man with American hardcore author Stephen Blush. Really cool stuff. I love this because this fits in with the movie, the kind of nihilism of the corporate manufacturing whatever theming of the movie, and it does have reversible art to the this is the art I always knew. I just wish it didn't have this ratings sticker, the ratings thing, but it does. So what are you gonna do? Now this came with this is the rest of the collector's edition bundle, and you don't want to miss this. So we have a koozie, a can whatever we're calling this, for beer. We have this sweet keychain that says Repo Man on it. I love this. I'm like, that may get dangled from my rearview mirror. We'll see. And then let's go through these. Here's a poster, reversible double-sided poster. Love this exchange. If you've never seen Repo Man, please watch Repo Man. It is an incredible movie. It is going to surprise you if you've never seen it. Especially if you're a younger movie fan who has grown up in the Marvel era, you will be like, what in the world is happening in this movie? It's so bizarre in the best of ways. It's the kind of movie I wish that they would still make, but it's risky. Universal picked it up, and then they're like, why did we pick up this movie? This is not what we want. And then they try to change the movie, suppress the movie, say the movie was un-American and all kinds of stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's a wonderful film. It's shot in 1983, released in 1984. Emilio Estevez, Harry Dean Stanton, Tracy Walter. Okay. Set these to the side, and this is the greatest. This is a notebook from Alex Cox himself, where he's taking us through. It's like a comic book. He's like, it wasn't always going to be a movie. It started out as a cartoon, and then some of this stuff is not necessarily safe for YouTube if I want to keep my all ages rating. So I'm going to go quickly here. I'm not going to do every page either, but I mean, it is. And then he gets into, look at this. Here's the proposal. It's incredible. This is like, if you love this movie, this is the best. This is essential. All right, we got two more things to talk about here. There's a new entry in the 6-shooter classics line, which you know I'm a big advocate for. These are Westerns, right? This is Showdown in Abilene, which is a 1956 film starring Jock Mahoney, who was soon to be Yancey Derringer on television. And then after that, Tarzan. But this is before all that. And it is a really good story with... at the beginning of the movie, Jock Mahoney and somebody else are literally riding home from the Civil War. One guy's in his blue uniform, the other guy's in his gray uniform. They're about to pull guns on each other, and they're like, wait a minute, the war's over. And then it's about, like, he has come back scarred. He kind of wants to be a pacifist. Doesn't want to have to pick up a gun and maintain law, but there's all these entanglements that keep popping up. And it's really about World War II, is what it's about. He tells a story about being pinned down behind enemy lines with snipers, and like it's the Civil War, but he's really talking about World War II. And if you know how I think these movies are so filled with valuable insight into the human psyche, like this is what makes 50s Westerns so great, is because they're about the West, but they're not just about the West. They're about the human condition. They're about what we had been through as a society at that point. Really good stuff. No extras, dated transfer's probably at least 20 years old. But it's all region, and you get to own the movie in, officially sanctioned. This is Universal, Universal International. So like licensed from Universal. It's good. Hopefully that gets an upgrade at some point, but if it doesn't, we have the 6-shooter classics DVD. Combat classics. These are World War II movies. This is Mr. Winkle Goes to War. This is the other one that I haven't watched yet. It's Edward G. Robinson. It's like, a nice guy who he's like middle-aged, and he gets drafted to go fight in World War II. And it's that story, and like where he goes. And as Mr. Winkle goes to war, so does your heart. So I don't know. I haven't seen this one yet. It's directed by Alfred E. Green. Let's see if there's anybody else we want to talk about here. No, I think that's pretty good. It's a 79-minute movie. So, and again, these are all region. These are not region locked. To my knowledge, I haven't checked this one yet, but everything else I have, except for this and A Bittersweet Life. But this is brand new from Umbrella. That's it. That's the haul from Umbrella. They continue to up their game. They continue to make collector's editions on those websites. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. It is so cool. I wish they weren't limited to 200 for some of this stuff. Like what was the Weird Al one, limited to 500? Like I wish that number was higher. But I guess that's what they know, that's their sweet spot. They know what they can move. And I hope that everybody that wants it gets a chance. Because I loved Weird. I loved that movie. And I want to see, and the movie is not limited. You can go order that from Umbrella. By the way, I can't believe I didn't say this. Hopefully I remembered to put the graphic before this earlier. But if you go to Umbrella's shop and use coupon code CEREAL15, you do save 15% off on your order. And it lets them know that you saw this coverage and that you went and checked out their site. So it's good for me. It's good for you guys. It's good for Umbrella too. It's good for everybody. Everybody wins. But I hope that if you're interested in these, you head over there and that they're still available. Keep on crushing it, Umbrella. And you guys keep being awesome too. Thanks so much. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about these movies. Let's talk about Repo Man. And who's seen A Bittersweet Life? Let's continue the conversation in those comments. Please like, subscribe so you never miss a video like this. You know what? I'm not even going to say please. If this is your first time here or if you're a returning viewer, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell so you do not miss an upload whenever they go up. Thank you so much. Take care. Until next time, I'll catch you later.